Um, I don't know. These are all so bad. Like Elise is probably the best one here, but even then, I'm not happy to pick Elise.
If mechs were in the game, then Surfman would be great, but like without
Yeah, the
mechs, it
mechs aren't in.
feels so bad. Like Deflecto, Module, Menace are amazing targets for hero power, but with what Dragon's also banned, so there's only Cyclone and like the Divine Shield Quill Wars are the only targets for the hero power that are really good. These are also out, so you can't even go for Hydra.
So we definitely pick up the Acolyte, right?
Yeah, Acolyte has the best stats for the tier one, and technically you could keep it on turn 3 if you have a good buy.
So this is interesting, right? Because we don't have the token start. We're probably less incentivized to go 3-on-3, but at the same time, if our tier 2 shop sucks, then it sucks. But actually looking at the left, the hero list is quite weak this lobby. What has happened? Like it's just Omu and Barov that I would consider top tier, and the rest are all just like mediocre to low tier heroes. So I'm curious to see what happens this lobby. It does not look like from the hero selection outside of like Omu that there's going to be a clear winner.
Yeah,
And Barov.
it's interesting that we don't have the best hero selection here. Eudora could potentially high roll and get like a good tier 4 from the Discoverer, but
Nothing
or
nothing yeah.
from their golden, or maybe Omu wouldn't get too strong, or Barov
Yeah,
would win all their
all their
bets.
bets. I would love to after this, if Barov is still alive, but after UMR is gone, I would love to spectate Barov and just see what his bets are like. But I will say that I think with this kind of lobby where there's not too many super high roll heroes, like it's just the Omu and the Barrow and the Eudora potentially, I think you can be pretty confident that there isn't going to be some obscene like power spike for a lot of these heroes. Like obviously you'll get like the early triples, but there isn't going to be a case where there's like a Jandis or a Maiev where all of a sudden it's turn 7 and everyone is praying that they're not the one playing the Jandis. So I think that's good. So we buy the Gambler. We're not actually leveling here. I don't know. What did you think about this play? So he's obviously cycling through to free, so there's more room in this shop. Probably going to look to pick up the spawn next turn, potentially use the map if the other buys are not good. But this is interesting, right? I think most American players would have leveled here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone stay on 2 with Elise ever since the nerf.
I don't know. Depends on the situation. But Spawn is pretty good for pretty good tier 2 to buy, and Gambler makes sense. If you can potentially buy 2 good mins, if or 3 good mins, or maybe just use a map. Yeah, if
It
he
looks like
wants
we've
to
got a
change
good
it.
shop. Yeah, I guess that's true, right? If you get like the spawn, I mean, here we get the spawn and the imprisoner, right? I don't think there's really much thinking.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't need to
yeah,
use our map with those two. Those are really good tier 2s.
yeah,
We can save the map maybe for like a potential triple, but it's probably not gonna be used for another few turns. Maybe never,
yeah.
honestly. Because we're gonna use our tier 3 map next turn. Most likely, either that or we do get one roll, so we can buy something on tier 3 before we decide to use our map.
Right. Looks like we're going in. Rakanishu. Let's see. Is anybody power level? Looks like Nas power level. Pagoda, obviously. Okay, so did he hero power his? Oh no, he just used blood gems. So this is actually so smart, right? To buff your Celemental, I mean the second half of your Celemental, because if you're looking to triple, like you're gonna triple the second half of this Elemental, right? So
Oh
when you
yes,
do
of
triple
course.
it, it'll be a big boy Elemental. So we see in this shop there isn't much going on. We actually do have the ability to level roll. Um, let's see. So we
Mm.
level. I think we roll. Like I don't think this
Oh,
shop
we,
is good enough
we roll
today.
first and check what we have.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there's not
This
much,
is not.
so you probably can just use that tier 3 map and check
Yeah.
what he gets from there, and probably set afterwards.
Oh, it's. I think it's got to be the Thorn Collar.
Yeah, Bannerborough,
But
we don't have any Quillboars right now, so it
yeah,
doesn't make much
and
sense.
yeah, and Necrolite is pretty useless.
Thorncaller is like almost all. Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but assuming it dies, we get a blood gem in return. So
It's
it's
a
like
6/5.
yeah, 6/5 after next turn, and then
Yeah.
we get +1/+1 every turn, assuming that it dies every single turn.
We don't really have a good buff target, but I actually like buffing the Imprisoner here, specifically because if we find a Soul Devourer, we can still gain value from it.
Yeah, but we do lose all the blood gems if we do use our Soul Devour. So if we use too many blood gems on it, we can never
Necrolite
move
it.
yeah move
Yeah.
the
Move
blood
the
gems
gems. That's
onto
actually a
like
really interesting point. I didn't think about that, but that's super smart. Yeah, if we do it too much, then we lose the gems, and then Necrolite value is gone. And that's, I think, a lot of the benefit of putting these gems so early is that when things start not looking too hot, you can always just swap it. But it looks like we didn't get the 50-50 to hit the Murloc, so we are going to lose this round against Gassy Beacon on the Nosvermu. We're still above 30, so we're not concerned.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
it's not a very
Looks like
good
we...
shop. So you can make there's two lines really. You can either tier up now, and he's gonna choose the tier up play. We're probably gonna roll
Do we...
once before we decide whether or not we
Ooh.
use our map. But we
We
do.
still Gambler by Harbinger. We still
Yeah,
Gambler
yeah,
by
yeah.
Harbinger.
We definitely wanted that Harbinger. Harbinger is so much tempo with two
He's
taunts.
thinking
Well, technically
about the
three taunts.
Brute. He's thinking about the Brute. But I don't know. Are we scared of Lichbaziel, right? She's on 4, did 10 to Barov. Barov is on 4, so we can imagine that Jake Kirk's probably pretty strong. The health pool is a little misleading due to her hero power. He plays it safe. We buy the Harbinger. Probably going to look to reposition, maybe, putting the Acolyte maybe one further up, but I could see this being fine too. Yep, okay. So I figured we'd put it... Oh, he wants to put it all the way up. Interesting.
I don't think I would like this play. I would personally put the Acolyte like next to Harbingers.
Yeah.
Because right now our taunts aren't buffing 2 mins, only most
Oh.
likely going to buff 1. The Acolyte luckily does buff 2, maybe, but our Imprisoner's never buffing 2 mins, right?
Jake Kirik looking pretty strong on the arm comp, has the Bolvar definitely in the Argus waiting room, I would say, but our Harbinger is getting us so much stats for this turn that I'm not sure it's going to be enough to take us down. It looks like we will win this unless this guy... Yep, no, we always win.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
it doesn't get any value from the
Yeah,
Thorncaller
the
because it was
Thorncaller.
unable to die. That's the downside of running Thorncaller, just not dying so you don't get that blood gem. But
It's a good problem to have, but it's still a problem.
yeah. Alright.
So what are we looking for? Like, we've got the jug, we've got 2 tribes. I don't imagine there's many things better. Okay, so we use our coin. Ooh. I feel like if we get Harbinger here, we're too dedicated to just playing tempo. But we do pick up the Harbinger. Do we pick up the jug?
I think we should always pick the job. It's just 4/4 right now, and probably gonna find another minute to buff. He's deciding whether or not he's gonna. I think he's gonna decide whether or not he wants to buy Tough Tusk. Is that what he's deciding? I mean, you could also look for another tribe. Maybe rolls, do one roll and then buy something.
It's, the Elemental is definitely a card we're looking for, but unfortunately we will not be able to pick it up this turn. Do we buy the champion? We do buy the champion. Interesting. Okay, I like this play. This champion is most likely a 7/7 this turn, barring some obscene thing happening.
This is interesting. I personally would put my champion a little higher because Harbinger, champion has higher base stats after the taunts get hit.
Right.
But
And it looks...
yeah, that cycle, the wildfire is getting a lot of value from that mega wind or the regular wintry divine shield.
Yeah, and seeing this golden party rock with an arm, I wonder if Scro thinks he's playing Arana right now. I
Maybe.
wonder if... I wonder. So
But
it looks like we're
this,
still getting the win. The champion swings into the 4/5, taking the value, leaving with 3 health, dealing 12 damage, putting him to half of his health this turn. Probably not that happy considering he was playing a very early game tempo comp, but it looks like the power of the Harbingers was just too much. We see the Bulvar, we see the Siegebreaker. Not sure if either of them are going to be good enough, but potentially the Siegebreaker and the Bulvar is not a terrible target to have for when you have the double Harbinger. So I'm curious to see what he does
he's
here.
thinking about buying Siegebreaker since we do need more taunts right now for the Harbinger, but I guess he's gonna decide to not take it. We still have like two mins that we don't want in our comp. Like spawn and the Thorncaller does not help. Does not really synergize with what we currently have.
Yeah, we see the Major Domo in the shop. It kind of gives us direction. We don't really have any elementals, but it looks like we're just playing for straight tempo. We've got the double Harbinger spawn on board, definitely looking to be sold soon. I think one of the things I really struggle with this comp is when we have the Acolyte on board with the double Harbinger. Like you want to get rid of the Acolyte, right? Like it's just a 2/2, but it's so much stats with the Harbinger that you're kind of like trapped into it. So I guess how do we make our board better from here, right? Like we obviously can't sell this Acolyte just yet.
From
Maybe like a Void Lord.
from her, yeah, Boiler would be like amazing with what we currently have. There's not really any other comp that we can switch into right now. It's kind of hard. We don't have two tribes. We have like 3 minutes that really relies on taunts being in our comp.
Oh, it looks like Alucard on the Barra was able to build basically the better, I don't want to say better, but basically a stronger version of the comp that we have right now. Um,
Yeah, we got like he has two champions, both taunted, but they're permanent scaling. Where Double Harbinger is it's only temporary stats for the round.
Yeah, and those double champions are so strong. And getting the buff from the champion, not allowing us to take the trade there, losing it. It looks like we're going to be taking quite a bit of damage here. Getting the value trade from, but it looks like there's 2 4 reps. We're taking 15 here. We're still at above half our health. We could probably take one more hit, but it does not look like we're very
Wow, I'm surprised
going
that
to be.
Omu died right away. That Lich
Ooh.
did
Oh,
21 damage.
remember, Lich Bosio was on the arm comp with the Barov. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up finding an Argus for the Barov and just out tempoed him out. But what's interesting is Pagoda on on the Omu was only at Tavern Tier 4, which you on a hero like Omu, I feel like I feel like you want to be power leveling, right? Like it's one of the few heroes where you can just really abuse the tempo you get from your hero power to level, but sometimes you do just stay on 4, I guess, and it looks like it did not work out that way for him this game. We do see the Armin shop with the Argus in hand. We don't have any Divine Shield, so I'm not sure what the play is here.
I don't think you can buy the arm, but does not help us that much. We have too many. We have too many minions that rely on taunts. Buy another minion that doesn't have taunt is cause trouble to what we have. Okay, so he decides to taunt a Thorn Tusk. Discover.
That was a
Bye
great
by
pickup.
Void Lord. Blood Gem. I save the
Yep.
other Blood Gem for next turn, because in case
Yep.
you don't find another Blood Gem, you can still give it Divine
Yeah.
Shield next turn.
Yeah, I really think we're in the Harbinger triple waiting room, or we're really stuck. But is it just me, or does this Rakanishu seem super weak for turn 9?
You probably power level to 5 and then just oh you didn't and just discover I guess he probably hard searched for a triple and found Light Fang this turn. And then yeah, well I mean we do have double Harbinger, it's just much faster than Light Fang.
Yeah, but he's still so healthy. How is this Rakanishu? It seems like I guess the Eudora and the Omu just weren't that strong. Granted, it is turn 9, so he's had a few turns to go off with Light Fang. I mean, he's got the Bristleback Brood, who's pretty healthy, and the Golden Selfless. So maybe the Golden Selfless has just been doing work getting on the Bristleback. But it looks like we come in here, we see that there's a not an Imp Mama, a Ring Matron in the shop. Probably doesn't fit our comp. We're in an interesting spot because I don't know. Oh, Dragon, what do we do here? If this is me, I'm donkey rolling for Harbinger triple.
There's really two options. You can just keep rolling on tier 5 or you can tier up a Discover 6. You have to sell up 1 minion though to Discover 6 and play on board. But he decides to just roll. It makes sense. It's less risky this line. Try to just get stronger this turn, especially since his opponent tripled this turn as well. Strong Show is a pretty nice pickup. We have 4 tons, but we're probably gonna sell up 1 ton to put it in. But looks like he's decided not to take it and try to look for Harbinger. He's rolling a lot and just decided to be a gold efficient and buy 1 minion, buy Blood Gem. Which makes sense. You shouldn't be rolling to 4 freeze is a very inefficient use of gold.
Yeah. It's this is the problem with Harbinger comp, right? Like unless we're getting the golden champion, we're getting the arm, we're getting like something to take us in the late game, we're very frequently in this spot where we're trapped into relying on these Harbingers to maintain relevancy. But we see double Eliza, double Lightfang with a golden Bristleback Knight from Jay Carrick. This is insane. This is an insane board. I don't imagine that we're able to beat this anymore. We might be able to get a win this turn just to the raw stats from our Harbinger, but this is going to outscale us very, very hard in the late game, and I think we're definitely concerned. If we lose this, then, oh, that was
Well,
definitely not
that head
what we
probably
needed.
decided that it's not. No, it's not gonna happen. We're probably gonna take a fair bit this turn too. Unluckily. Well, most likely life fans would die. At least one of them. Unfortunately,
It looks
they
like we're
died.
dead. 12, 22, 27 damage. That is more than 18. UMR is out. Valiant effort.
Yeah, it's just way too strong.
Let's see some kind of like firewall thing or a script that basically disconnects you from Hearthstone for a second. This is so that when you're playing time-intensive turns, that you're able to get full access to the duration of your turn. This is especially helpful for comps like APM Pirates, where you have the Golden Hogger, the regular Hogger. It's just really, really strong. It's just a really, really strong tactic for when time is of the essence.
They went for Scallywag for the buffs with the
On
double
the
Eliza. Take advantage of that and make his other mans stronger.
Yeah, it looks like we're just too many. Oh, but the fact that we don't get this. Oh, actually, if the Toxfin had hit the Bristleback Knight, I think this he may have lived. I don't think he was ever winning, but he may have lived.
He had to kill both Light Fangs, so if
Yeah.
possible, but very, very.
So we're playing double Light Fang. We've got two light. We've got two. I mean, we're playing a Menagerie. We've got double Light Fang. We've got double Eliza. We do have Brand Primal Fin in hand. We are on 6 gold. We could theoretically level by the Merc Eye, sell out of the Light Fangs, and go for an Amalgadon. But I don't know if that's going to be better than the +4/+4 scaling on half our board.
Looking for just a triple. Looks like. Don't know, or maybe he's trying to go for a Baron. Oh, there's the
On the
triple.
last roll, we find the golden Light Fang. So we see what we get. We get the Charlie, the Imp Mama, the Little Rag. We're probably taking Charlie, but I could see an argument for the Imp Mama.
No, we already have a Void Lord, so I don't think we want to have two demons. So I guess Chargo makes the most
Yeah.
sense.
The thing is, actually, so this is interesting because we already have the Quillbore, right? The reason why I like Imp Mama is because we have the 4 hits from Eliza going into the Imp Mama. It's just so much better when you can buff it, right? Because you just get more demons that are just coming out of it. So I wonder, like, if raw stats wise, it could theoretically be more than the Charlie, right?
Maybe. Assuming that I can value trade, then yeah, I can see that. But if you're gonna keep this multiple turns, then yeah, this is stronger.
Yeah.
We get +6/+6 every turn. It's not like insane compared to like what Lifeang is giving us right now, but it's still good.
So Rakanishu, I'm not sure how he got this far. It seems like his sport is so weak, but I guess is just strong enough to get there. He gets the golden selfless hero. Our Bristleback route does come crashing down. I would have really liked to see him transition these blood gems off the Bristleback route into a unit that was more impactful, like if he replaced it with his own Bristleback Knight, but it does not matter right now as he is gone. It looks like we are in the finals. Actually, it depends if Gassy is dead too. Looks like Gassy is dead. It is Jay Carrick versus Alucard, a tale as old as time. I bet they've done this on ladder so many times.
Helicars has a what was this comp again? I don't remember.
So he was on, I believe Barov was on the Champions. If I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
mistaken.
right. He probably golden it by now. 4 triples, yeah, definitely golden it. I don't know what else would he have right now. He says 2 demons, so maybe a Void Lord or another demon, maybe possibly Battlemaster.
Yeah, I imagine I imagine a big Void Lord is definitely at play here. He's got double demon. I imagine there might be like a Mal'Ganis. I wouldn't be surprised if he just had like a Void. I mean, he's on what, Demons 2? I wouldn't be surprised if he had like Void Lord and an Amalgadon. The Amalgadon's counting.
Melgadon wouldn't be possible because I wouldn't say 2 demons. It has to be at least 3 demons for Melgadon to be possible. Because if he has another tribe, then it will say mixed minions.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay.
I mean, if he
I would-
maybe discover a Melgadon now, but did he triple again? I think he possibly.
Yeah, he just added a demon to his board, so let's see what he's got here. We've definitely know he's got a golden champion, probably a Void Lord, maybe a, let's see. So he's got an Imp Mama, a really big champion, like really big, and a Golden Harbinger. But it looks like this Imp Mama is gonna come crashing down, isn't gonna get any value just because it does have the Divine Shield. We really need this to go. Okay, that was not a bad hit. The champion comes down, takes 3. Oh, I'm sorry, the champion already hit. This is an amazing hit for us. We really have to hit right. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the reset of the Divine Shield, but the Selfless, the Life Bank, will take the value trade here. Charlie comes, takes a value trade. We have the Baron hitting. That was pretty good. It's really going to depend on what comes out of this Imp Mama. If she gets the Imp King boss, definitely not what she was looking for. Our Eliza hits again, potentially again at the discretion, but it looks like we are just there. If we had actually found a Mal'Ganis or an Imp Mama or a
Well, we can't get an Imp from Imp Mama.
or not Imp Mama.
Um,
What's the card that makes imps? Ring Matron.
Yeah, Ring Matron.
Hire one of these recruits.
Then that would have been pretty bad for our Lich B. We see
Like that one
the
either.
interesting.
There's a
So
goal for the trouble.
we're selling off the Scally, probably picking up double boat even. No, okay, we're not doing double boat. Too cheeky. I would have liked to see it. We do have the Baron, the brand, so it looks like we're going to be going for a Malgadani most likely. Let's
He's
see.
gonna look for
We're fine.
poison.
Yeah.
Melgadon possibly. Try to get some thing. He's gonna try. He's gonna triple that gambler. Try to get a Melgadon, maybe a triple Eliza. And try to get. Oh, and there's the
Why is the
Melgadon.
Malgadani? I'm not sure about using the toxin, but I guess you had to make board space. So yeah, we play the. We see the jug. We play the jug.
That's what I would have picked.
Play the Amalgadani. We get Divine Shield Poison because we're good players. Looks like we're not actually.
Unfortunately, he didn't get a Divine Shield. Is he gonna buy that
I mean-
Eliza? I mean, Light Pain? Nope.
No. There's
and-
Toxin Freeze.
Yeah, he was
Okay,
able to
gets the
freeze,
gets the
luckily.
freeze. Looks like he is a good player.
Watch out.
We did get the poison on the Amalgadon. But we need to live this round. We'll see what happens here. These Elias's are just doing so much work for us, and this Divine Shield Windfur is going to just get more procs for our Pirate Queen. Let's see, we do swing, we kill the Soul Devourer, the Divine Shield from the Molten Rock gets popped, we hit into the Void Lord, gets popped again, Eliza comes crashing down on what, again, the Void Lord, so it looks like we're probably going to get a good amount of value. Oh, and the poison hits into the champion, so that's probably going to seal the deal for J. Carrick. We might not even need the poison anymore. I don't think there are enough stats on Alucard's board to handle these double Eliza combo. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it looks like we are done with game 2.
Unluckily, Alucard can live there. The poison hitting that champion just seals. This was impossible for him with the stats left on his board.